Hey guys, what's up? LegendBTV, where legends go for music discussion, comedy, and more. And today we're talking about the newest album from Vance Joy called Nation of Two. This is the sophomore effort from alternative folk singer-songwriter Vance Joy, who I found out, like many, from he actually had a hit song called Riptide, if you all remember. It was a folky ukulele-inspired tune that actually rounded enough points to make the bottom of the year in Hot 100 for 2015, so that's something to appreciate. In general, I thought the lyrics were kind of crazy, but I mean, I really like the tune. It's kind of like fun, but in a way, but also it was just kind of unique too. It's not something you really heard a lot. Plus, I do find Vance a talented singer, and I do find his songwriting pretty impressive in the weirdness category, especially on Riptide. Although I never really got to hear his freshman effort, Dream Your Life Away, I was really excited to see what we would get on his sophomore effort. I do know he was getting on like the alternative charts and the adult alternative and everything with songs like his single Lay It On Me and the song Saturday Sun. I saw those both on the charts and I was like, well, I was wondering when Vance's album would come out, which it came out today, so I was like, yo, I gotta check this out. So that's about all I have for the preamble. What do we get on Nation of Two? Well, this album is a pretty sweet album. I feel like, unfortunately, it's going to suffer from being one of those sophomore albums that really kind of gets overlooked because it doesn't really have a hit single. One of those artists that gets like one hit song and then their other records sell even less and less and less, sadly. But I will say this record is one to check out. I basically don't really have a lot of things to highlight about the individual tracks here, so I'm basically just going to go over the things I like about this album in general, because there are some pretty good things about this. See, I think the instrumentals are pretty nice. Honestly, I think Vance Joy is a talented vocalist, and I do think his songwriting here is very personal, deep, and overall I just find this album is something truly special to him, and it definitely feels inspired, so I think, well, that's definitely good on his part. Very emotional, very deep, very detailed love songs, backed up by acoustic instrumentation and, of course, the soulful vocals of Vance himself. Yeah, I really like the single Lay It On Me. Honestly, I find it probably one of the most memorable songs here of the bunch, and that's because it features a pretty memorable chorus, some prominent horns, and of course the acoustic instrumentation, which kind of goes along with like every track on this album. And unfortunately, that gets to one of the problems I have with this album. It's just that the instrumentation kind of sounds the same throughout. It's not usually a problem I have. It's just a little kind of nitpick, because I just find instrumentally it is a wee bit on the safe side, unfortunately, and I really hate to say that. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Ed Sheeran levels of safeness. It's not like really vague, generic music. It's not. It's a really nice album, and I really do like this album. I really wish there was just a little bit more for me to grab onto, if the songs maybe held a bit more of a memorability factor, or if it felt a little more unique, then maybe I could grasp onto this a little more. But as is, this is still a record I like. It just doesn't leave me with much to say about it. My favorite tracks are the really lyrically cool and sweet ballad I'm With You, the peppy, fun Saturday Sun, also the single Lay It On Me is cool. One of These Days is also one of my favorite tracks here because it's just so powerful and raw and really a great track on this album. Overall, this is pretty much a quick review for the newest album from Vance Joy, as although I enjoyed it, it just doesn't really give me a lot to say in terms of review, but I just wanted to get this out to get my thoughts on this album and to let you guys know what I thought of this album. Let me know what you guys think of this album below in the comments section. For me, I am thinking a light 7 out of 10 on this record. Yeah, I do think it is a good record. I do think Vance Joy did a solid job on this album. I really do. I just wish maybe next time a little bit more diversity in the instrumentation, because it really does kind of sound like some formulaic guitar progressions, and really it leads to some of the songs just not being very memorable. But still, vocals and lyrics on this thing are great, and the production is still alright. So, in general, I like this album. I would recommend it. If you enjoyed my review, my quickie review of the newest album from Vance Joy called Nation of Two, check out my channel, check out more of my videos, subscribe, like, comment down below, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single video again. And I'm out, guys. More reviews on the way, more good stuff, and laters.